Hey, Shrug, I am in a college 3000 level cryptocurrency class. Excuse me? We had to do a presentation about altcoin. I did dog coins. What the fuck are you paying your school for? What are you learning in cryptocurrency class? 3000 level? And you're doing a presentation on Dogecoin? Hustler. Bro goes to Hustlers University? Holy shit, Professor Tate gave you an A on this one? There's no fucking way, dude. There's no way. Dude, the only, like, fundamentals that fucking intelligent crypto investors talk about is that, like, price goes up. It all comes back to price goes up. Everything, all the math is fucking fraudulent. Everything is just layered on top of this one little fucking domino that, like, if price goes up. If it doesn't go up, none of it makes any sense. None of it, there's nothing there. And then if you ever question that, they go, have fun staying poor. Bro, I'm not poor. I think it's dumb. My professor was like the 8th ever Bitcoin miner. Okay. Big A, any stock investment tips for someone who doesn't want the number to go down? Oh, so you want the guaranteed up stock? Oh, sure. Oh, I'm glad you asked. No one ever asks this good question. Oh, you want me to give you the guaranteed up one? I keep that secret for the real fans. The one that, for no matter what, will go up and make you money and there's no risk at all. NVIDIA. Yeah, NVIDIA, baby. There's no way it could go down. There's no way it could go down. Everyone knows when you see a stock go pure vertical, that's when you know that it is due to keep going up. Throughout history, anytime you've ever seen a stock go straight vertical like this, that means you are at the beginning of an uptrend that can never end. Many such examples of this never stopping. And at this rate of growth, it will be bigger than the entire stock market alone within a couple years, which makes total sense. So perfect. Invest for success. You know what Warren Buffett always says is buy high, sell higher. And he was talking about smoking weed. So if you write that shit down, I swear to God, you will be smoking that kush, you'll be making that good money. I don't know. I'm just here to help, bro. I'm just here to help. That's all I'm trying to do is here to help. H-Rock, if my friend was a low-level employee at a company and my friend thought it was going to go public, how could my friend capitalize on it financially? You are attempting to insider trade, but openly using air quotes to me on a public stream that's clippable. I love that. If you are an employee at a company that you think is going to go public, first of all, going public is no guarantee that the stock will raise in value. It's an attempt to sort of offload that to regular investors and hope. No guarantee as of yet. If you can get some shares, you know, that's good. But as a low-level employee, they're not going to just give them to you. I don't know if there's much you can do, my friend. The fact that you work there doesn't give you any sort of special, I mean, unless they offer as part of your plan to buy, maybe you can buy into the IPO, but even then you're taking a risk. I don't know. I can't, there's nothing I can give you. There's nothing you can, it has to kind of already be public for you to do insider trading. H-Rock, why does some companies stay private? I mean, many reasons, but you know, the nicest of them is that you don't have to disclose anything. You don't have to like let the entire world know how you're doing financially every quarter. You don't have to be like, hey, this is how much money we made. This is how much money we lost, etc. You don't have to do anything. It's private. Because of that, you're not beholden to shareholders in a short-term way like public companies are. So if you're a public company like, you know, Walmart or something, and people buy 80% of your fucking shares, they demand that you constantly keep the stock juiced up. They're constantly demanding like, hey, why is the stock down? Get profits up, keep going quarter by quarter. Like Boeing, you know, for example. And when that's the case, sometimes managers of companies become very short-term minded. They know they're only going to work there 3-6 years, and the long-term negative effects of their decisions will hit for someone else. Like if I'm a CEO of a public company, I could be like, hey, all I got to do is juice the stock for 3 years, get a huge pay package, quit, get a golden parachute, probably literally in Boeing's case, get the fuck out, no problems. And that's the next guy's problem whenever I fuck this whole company over. And that's what happens. They become very short-term minded. That's one of the problems of public companies. Not all of them, of course, but that's one of the risks. Also, you could be a private company like Elon Musk and Twitter and still be very short-term minded, cutting costs nonstop to try and help pay off your debt bill. And the website gets worse and worse every fucking day. So, you know, public and private can both be bad. Twitter is so shit. X.com. I'm actually going to start calling it X because it's gotten so bad, it doesn't even feel right to call it Twitter. I thought Twitter was bad before, dude. I actually am seriously noticing on a daily basis how dog shit the website has become. It really is so bad. I've been addicted to Twitter for such a long time, and now I'm literally finding myself just not interested because it's the replies are all bad. The shit I get served is so bad. There's so many more bots. That was his whole thing, was bots, and now there's more bots than ever. It's bad, dude. And then like I saw some brand new stat. Yeah, I think that like, dude, where is it? I have to find it because I really want you guys to see this, and it'll be perfect. It was a chart of traffic to all major social media platforms, and Twitter's is the fucking, it's nosedives. It's down like 23, 24%. H-Rock, do you miss getting expensed lunch, travel from corporate work? I mean, getting something expensed is always nice, but you understand that like they do that for a reason. Like, you know, if they're giving you dinner, it's because you're staying at the office late. If they're giving you travel, it's because you have to go do something. It's not like a blank check. I mean, I'm not going somewhere for fun. I mean, I did do at Twitch, especially more than Nvidia even. I talk about how I got exhausted of it and I ended up getting kind of burnt out and unhappy. But like for the first 2 years of it, when I was just traveling every single weekend to a different gaming event on Twitch's dime, it really is nothing to complain about. The only problem is like you work all week and then you work on the weekend because you're traveling. And then your apartment becomes a shithole and you never do laundry and you realize that like everything I'm doing is for work and I haven't built any sort of life. And then you're riding the bus one day and you're like, wow, this is my dream job and I'm sad. That was my Twitch journey, but like it was 2 years of like, this is the coolest shit in the whole world. I think you gotta understand that everything's a balance. Anyway, what I'm saying is I don't particularly miss it because I've seen the highs and lows of it. Obviously, like it is cool. But I think getting into a more balanced life is the coolest thing of all. Did you buy Adobe or did you pirate it like the rest of us? I actually low-key. Should I even say this? I feel like I shouldn't. I'll tell you, but you can't. You guys have to promise this is between us. Promise this is between us. It's not either of those two answers, if you can believe it. So I worked at Twitch in a marketing social media capacity role, and they bought me a Photoshop account, but it wasn't under my name. And so I believe years later, I am still using that same account. I'm still using that same account. I think they are still paying for it. They do not notice. They do not care. And so I assume one day they will cut the cord on that and I'll have to pay or pirate, but I haven't had to make that choice yet. Thank you, Jeff Bezos. Although I technically still work for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm still making Twitch money. They actually take a cut of all of my subs. So if anything, I'm just getting a little bit of that back. If anything, I'm just getting a little bit of that back. They're still net profiting on me. It's a cut on the cut. It's a perk of the job. If anything, they're getting a great deal, exactly. If I ever switch to YouTube, then they can cut my Photoshop. Job that gives perks. I'm not off the perk, if that's what you're saying. Glad Twitch chose to lay someone off instead of cancel Big Ace Photoshop. And they are equivalent. 1 year's Photoshop for a corporation is equivalent to one full-time job in San Francisco. That is correct. That is how they do it. I was talking to the head of finance and he's like, yeah, we either have to lay off 500 people or find one cost saving somewhere of a few $100. And he's scratching his head, looking at the books, and he couldn't figure it out. He's like, all right, we got to lay off 500 people.